What's up? Nick and Tara here.
Hi.
On behalf of rev3games.com/YouTube. And today we are here to play a little bit of the game FTL Faster Than Light.
Yes.
Hot new release.
Yeah,
July
hot new release of
2014.
2014. This game has been out for a couple years now. I'm obsessed with it.
It's really good.
It's so good. I finally beat the game a couple weeks ago. It took me over a year to beat it.
She beat it on easy a couple weeks ago.
And I beat it on normal yesterday.
Yeah.
So
There's that
I
too.
don't even want to hear your trash talk, because I'm bringing it.
But yeah, so I think the reason FTL was at the forefront of our minds lately is because that iPad version came out that was real good. And
yeah, and they added a bunch of advanced content.
Yeah.
I've actually been playing mostly without the advanced content enabled. I've beat it like maybe 10 times now. It's the kind of game that once you beat it, everything just clicks. And you realize that it's less about luck and more about knowing what situations to avoid. So, a lot of people say that the Kestrel, which is the main ship, the only one that comes unlocked when you start to play it, is the best one. I actually think that the Taurus is easier, and you can unlock this just by getting to Sector 5 with the Kestrel. So I'm gonna play on Taurus, because I have the highest chance of winning, and I'm also gonna play on easy.
Does it tell you like the percentage, like your win rate percentage?
No, because it would just be like so low that it would basically be 0.
Okay. It would be like 0.001.
Yeah, pretty much.
I like the Taurus too. I like the
Taurus is
Ion
great.
Blast.
I like the Taurus because it comes equipped with all the systems you need to succeed. Whereas the Kestrel, I feel like you eventually have to buy drone control no matter what.
And that's a huge money sink that is like not optional.
Yeah.
This thing comes with drones. I like the Ion Blast.
I like the Taurus because it
A
comes
settlement
equipped with
context. So the way you play this game drives me completely fucking insane.
Why?
Because you don't read any of the text, you just...
Well, I've played it so much that I know what all the text says.
I know, but you're not role-playing, Tara.
No, I'm not.
You gotta get in the spacefarer's spirit.
Also, because I have been playing mostly on iPad, just recently got into using hotkeys on the PC version.
Yeah.
And it's real nice.
Oh my god, the ASDF. Like that iPad version is real good and controls really nicely, but they're offering you breach missiles, and you took them?
Yeah, well, I'm not gonna reject them. So I'm skipping past a lot of the dialogue, because I'm assuming you guys know a decent amount about the game, and otherwise it like doubles the length of a game.
Yeah.
Even if I breeze through this, it'll still take me 45
I'll
minutes
just Cliff
to beat
Notes it. Tara found some ships fleeing.
No! So
so
this is one of the scenarios that almost never works out. Giant alien spiders are no joke. They really aren't. Leave them alone.
All right.
So a good tip for this game is to explore as much as you can of each sector.
Yeah.
Unless, of course, you're dying.
That's how you get resources, you know?
That's how you get resources, and that's how you get the best weapons.
You make a beeline right for the sector exit, you are not going to get any resources. You need that scrap. You're on that scrap chase.
Let's see.
The civilians might give you something cool, though. But, like, what do you really need right now other than scrap, right?
Let's just do it.
You made 4 scrap.
See? It pays to share.
This is going... You played this game pretty quickly. I'm a little stunned.
Well,
You play this game 3 times faster than I do. It's like, this is kind of a speed run. This is FTL GDQ.
Wait, what did I do? Oh, I accidentally... Oh, 5 is the combat. I thought that was an S. Derp.
S for shoot your drones.
Yep.
Tara, your engine is damaged.
This game's so good. My engine's damaged, but this dude's fixing it.
Oh,
Martin. And look, I got Cubbin on my team.
Cubbin. So
favorite.
Martin, is he one of the guys that just like ambiently fixes rooms by being in them? Because he was typing on his computer.
Does that.
No, but I mean like, he wasn't hammering on it. He was still enhancing your engines while repairing the room.
No, he was repairing it.
Okay.
It just doesn't look like it. He doesn't have a lot of emotion.
Let's see here. A lot of people talking about the Captain's Edition mod for FTL, which is like a third-party mod that adds a bunch of stuff.
Really?
Kadrid says, the Captain's Edition mod is amazing. Even if you've beaten the game a dozen times, it adds tons of cool content and new scenarios. Geek Furious says, I only play Captain's Edition now.
Huh. I want to try that. I always play on my iPad because, I don't know, the iPad version is so good. Also, I can just sit on a couch and do it without having to, you know, maintain proper posture. Something.
FTL games can last a long time though, huh?
Oh, that's right. See, it's weird.
You know what? Oh, I guess they added it when they rolled out Enhanced Edition, but the saving the posts for your guys, like that button underneath Cubbin right there, the Cubbin button.
Yeah.
That stuff is awesome. Like so helpful in the iPad one.
Was that not present in the
No,
previous
that
version?
did not exist in vanilla FTL. That was something that was new for the iPad version, and I guess for this version.
Interesting. I've always used that. Let's go to the store. Let's check out their wares. Okay, so there's nothing here I really want. I tend to not buy weapons until I get to like sector 4 or 5 because they often give you them.
Yeah, and you'll
Instead,
get
I'm
them
gonna
from.
upgrade my shields.
God, I love upgrading my shields. The thing is that it's such a power sink. Like, I will be like, all right, full shields up. Now nobody gets any oxygen or health. Like, yeah, I don't know about you, but I frequently will turn off the oxygen in my ship to power up another subsystem.
I'm actually gonna turn off my health and give myself.
That's actually the first one to go because, like, unless you actively need to be healing people, it's useless.
No, unless they're intruders or something, it's pointless.
Is this one of the ships that just like everyone is getting healed at all times?
Yeah, it's got the NG mod bot dispersal or whatever.
You know what I do when I'm using the
No, I will not accept surrender.
the Taurus? What I do is I will very quickly, as soon as I find a shop, sell that.
Sell what?
Sell the that add-on that makes it so it's healing everyone at all times.
Really?
Yeah.
Why?
Because you get like a lot of money for it, and it's not crazy helpful. It lets you
It's
play.
super helpful.
It
Are
lets
you
you play
insane?
faster, but like.
I just hate having to like constantly move people
that's the thing.
over.
It's annoying to have to send people to the health zone, but
Yeah. I feel like this ship also has one of the more, one of the better layouts. Because a lot of them are like, all the important things are sort of on one end or divided up between two ends.
yeah, that's true.
So it's hard
The
to-
bummer is that when someone like, there are certain spots on the Taurus that when an enemy teleports on your ship and has boarded it, it's like I can't vent them out at all because they're
Yeah.
like 5 rooms away from the nearest vent.
Yeah.
Let's see here. Let's see what the YouTube people are saying. They deserve a little love as well. /5288 says, are you guys working on any reviews currently? Yeah, my review of Shovel Knight will be going up, I think today, later this afternoon. It is in the final stages of edit. I'm not going to spoil it for you, but if you've played Shovel Knight, you know that it's a pretty good video game.
We were actually going to play that on this stream, and then I made
Tara
you do this instead.
fucking cyberbullied me out of playing Shovel Knight and made me.
As I do.
That's what she does.
I don't want missiles.
Psychogen says, do you guys play League of Legends or Hearthstone? No and yes.
No and yes, yeah.
No and yes. We both play Hearthstone. Neither of us play League, although our producer Max is known to dabble in the MOBA department.
Yeah, it's such a commitment.
It's a lifestyle, man. I know this isn't true, but it's hard to shake the impression that if you play like Dota, that's the only video game you play, or it's close to it. Like it's.
Yeah.
In a different lifetime, I would maybe get way into them. Lord Revan X says, can we talk about how awesome the music is in this game?
Oh my God, it's
yes,
so
we can.
good.
It's the best. It's fantastic.
Yeah, Ben Prunty did all the music for this. He's real good.
The Purple Xeno points out that air is for scrubs. Oxygen is
Air?
for scrubs.
For scrubs?
Yeah, who needs it?
I
Air is for
don't.
quitters. So,
I don't think
how
I
much
want
can you
this.
sell that NG Medbot dispersal for?
30? That's not even that much.
Sometimes 30 feels like a lot. When your ship is one...
It's definitely worth that 30 scrap. I'll tell you that much.
It's a convenience fee. That's what it is. Kenneth Garrity says, have you guys played XCOM? Yep.
Yeah, XCOM's awesome.
Also awesome.
Also
It's weird, like,
on iPad.
I feel like before FTL and XCOM, I wasn't what I'd consider a big strategy game guy. I dabbled in like the Advance Wars and the occasional Fire Emblem, but like that wasn't really my realm. But those two games did such an awesome job of making those games easy to get into, or those genres easy to get into. How's the FTL version of XCOM? I haven't played it yet.
The FTL version of XCOM? Oh,
Yep.
the iPad version?
The iPad version of XCOM.
It's real good.
Yeah.
It's a little bit pricey, but
Yeah, like that doesn't bug me so much as like the idea of starting XCOM over from the beginning with none of that extra DLC in there.
yeah, I mean, it's pricey for an iPad game. It's not pricey for XCOM. Get it? Ah, yes.
You are tearing through these dudes like really fast.
So typically whenever you encounter a pirate slaver ship, if you attack them, then they'll come back when they have low health and offer you a guy for free.
Yeah, that's how I get most of my crew. Like, I'll frequently wind up with like 6 dudes on my ship.
They didn't want to do it that time though, which is okay. I'm only slightly offended.
I still can't hang with your technique of just...
I'm gonna attack him, even though he doesn't want to fight.
So I don't really mess with breach missiles ever. Is that worth doing?
I don't like messing with any missiles. That's part of the reason I don't like the Kestrel. Because they run out so easily, because it's not just like a drone where you deploy it once and then it's there for a while.
The whole battle. And if you ever got that perk where like if a drone is still alive at the end of the battle, you can retrieve it?
Yeah,
that is the best.
No, that's not a perk. That's the drone recovery arm, which is an essential component to winning with the Taurus.
I think so.
You have to have it. Otherwise, drones are too expensive, and you won't be able to use them all.
You know what I need is a missile recovery arm that grabs the missiles back and reassembles them.
They also have an augmentation for your ship that decreases the chance that when you use a missile, it'll actually use it.
Oh yeah.
By
I've
like
seen
50%, which is cool.
Timesteel says, have you guys played Shadowrun Returns? No, I haven't. But I picked it up during that Steam sale because it was like $3, and I think I will finally give it a chance. I think it's a Kickstarter darling. And then there's that Dragonfall DLC that was like $1 or something. Let's see. I'm really interested in, like, I actually want the chat to let me know because I only have one hand for Googling right now because of this beer. I want to know what's so awesome about this Captain's Edition mod for FTL.
Yeah,
because like
I've never even heard of it.
You haven't even dabbled in Advanced too much, have you?
No, I mean I played a little bit of it. Some of the stuff is really fun. Some of it seems mostly fun and not as useful.
Yeah, it's interesting because
fuel, so
it doesn't make the game. I don't think it doesn't make it much easier or much harder. It just adds more variety, and that's kind of what I wanted. That was enough to get me to get back into FTL.
Oh yeah, I mean when I was tweeting about having beaten the game, some other people were tweeting at me like their strategies, and it was totally different than mine. For instance, like the crew teleporter, I almost never use that because I always end up losing the guys.
Yeah.
So my method is like heavy on drones. You have to have a drone recovery arm, and it really helps when you're fighting the last rebel ship to have a hull repair drone, because that plus the drone recovery arm basically means that you can heal yourself at any point in time at no cost.
The hull recovery drone, what does that do?
The drone recovery?
Sorry, the hull repair drone.
Oh, it repairs 3 to 5 sections of hull.
Like every jump?
No, like you deploy a drone and it goes and like beams your ship and fixes it.
That's crazy.
It's pretty awesome.
I spend like all my money on hull repairs, I feel like. I always get to the shop and I'm so excited and I'm ready to buy stuff, and then I realize that...
That's another thing you have to realize about this game. You don't want to spend all of your money immediately.
Casey Mendoza on YouTube asks, do you believe that the game's aesthetics change the way you think of the gameplay?
I'm not super into the aesthetics of the game.
Yeah, but I agree. I think like a friend of mine on Twitter, Docky, who's like an indie game developer, pointed out that the ships are way too small for no reason. Like there was no reason for the ships to be this tiny. So that's a problem, especially with the iPad version. But I think what he's asking is, do you think it changes the way you think of the gameplay? Like launching missiles and stuff like that. Like weapons that feel more powerful than others, regardless of how much damage they do. Do you give any thought to that?
To weapons that feel more powerful than others? I'm not sure what you mean.
Do you think you would play this game the exact same way if there were zero graphics? Do you think that this game's look changes the way?
No, I wouldn't say so. I'm not super into the art style. If I didn't know what this game was about, I probably wouldn't be super interested in it. Heavy laser, by the way, is pretty much the best weapon you can have.
See, okay, so if you die, which you won't because you're great at FTL, we should do an advanced edition run because there's some awesome weapons in there where when the weapon charges, it starts charging again, and then starts charging again, and you can charge
a chain,
Yeah, that stuff is...
Those are really cool.
Really fun. Ross Llewellyn, who I totally adore and is one of my favorite commenters, and I feel bad if I'm pronouncing his name wrong.
Llewellyn.
Llewellyn?
Yeah.
You're notorious for pronouncing things wrong, Tara, is the thing.
I know, except when it matters.
He wants to know, do you guys have thoughts on which sectors to visit throughout the game and how do you decide? So, like at the beginning of a sector, like we just encountered, when you're choosing which way to fork, what do you usually do?
Sorry, I wasn't listening. What?
When you're jumping to a new sector and it forks in 2 directions, what do you usually go for?
Well, you always want to make sure that you'll have a path to the exit, because sometimes you go way out there and you realize, crap, I have to go all the way back and go around because it doesn't connect. But
Yeah.
other than that, like I tend to avoid the nebulas because I'm gonna take this because like I don't like having my systems lose power.
Yeah, when your systems are running at half power, that one random nebula effect, it's just like
Yeah.
such a nightmare. I die in that every time. I
Yeah.
don't see how not to.
It's the worst.
Sea King says, Advance Wars for the GBA or DS? I didn't really like Dual Strike that much. Advance Wars, the original, was my main jam. Let's see here.
What are people saying in the chat? I'm assuming a lot of people who are watching this are.
Yeah,
players
these
of
people seem
FTL.
to be real FTL likers. Space piracy with the teleporter is so much fun. I don't really. That must be a.
Dude, it's so hard to get the teleporter right.
There was one add-on I saw that made the teleporter better in some way. One perk. I don't remember what it was.
There's an augmentation that I know what you're talking about. Maybe it like clones you. I know there's one that clones your dead crew members.
Yeah, so that's an advanced edition thing for sure. People are a little upset that you passed on the Burst Laser Mark II.
Probably because it was like 3.
Power, and
Yeah.
you'd have to turn off everything else to use it. Kevin Foley asks, do you prefer to spend upgrades on the ship first or save up for better store-bought ones? So like, would you rather upgrade your doors, engines, view, or...
So a lot of times you'll encounter people who offer to upgrade like your piloting system or your door system for cheaper. So I tend to hold off on that stuff. The first thing I typically upgrade is my shields, because it'll save you money in the long run from not having to do repairs.
For sure. For me, it's shields and weapons are some of the first that I upgrade. I don't really ever upgrade my engine.
No, me neither.
And it's weird because I feel like tactically I probably should, because it increases your chance to dodge. Like
Yeah.
every time you do it, it goes up, what, 5% or something? So like
Yeah.
that's probably significant, but I'm just,
Yeah.
I don't know.
I mean, there's like 6 power bars for the engine or something. So I feel like maybe that is a sign that they want you to do that, but I don't want to do that.
A Ghosty Babe asks, Nick, what's the sticker on your laptop? That's my little brother, first of all. My youngest baby boy brother.
Which sticker?
This sticker is asking, my brother's asking the question.
Oh.
We can't tell you what this sticker is yet. That's, yeah.
It's a top secret.
It's a secret sticker, but we'll address it somewhere down the road. Stuffed Skullcat says, I love having a badass boarding party. I take 4 mantises on my ship with a quad pad and send them all over at once.
A quad pad, you say?
Quad pad.
Quad pad. Man, I hate not being able to see my ship.
One weakness of Power sees the drone vessel.
Ask people in the chat what their strategies are. Like,
Yeah.
what ships do you guys like the best?
It's a good question. Shiv Remsamuj asks, why did you pass on cloaking?
Sometimes I get cloaking if I have enough money. It's a matter of money. Cloaking's really expensive. It's 150 scrap.
Andrew Finefrock, who has a Sword Art Online avatar, says, I'm so proud of you for playing Engi. Engi? How do you? Engi?
I don't know. I guess it's Engi.
So, just to be clear, Ross was asking about, so not even jumping around within a system from beacon to beacon, but when you go all the way out at the end of it and you choose where the path splits.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
Like, do you want to go to a civilian sector or a Mantis sector?
So civilian sectors I find are the easiest.
Yeah, I can think of like very few times where I chose a Mantis sector over like a civilian sector unless I was feeling super cocky.
Yeah, I mean, to unlock some of the ships, you have to go to like Nebula and the Mantis homeworlds and the Rock homeworlds, but I mean, if you're just playing to win, I feel like just chart a path out for green, and it's the easiest one.
I noticed, so do you ever upgrade your doors?
Yeah, I always upgrade my doors at least once,
Yeah,
because it prevents intruders from like screwing your shit up,
It
and
seems
same
like
with fire.
such an essential part of airlocking people, which is my favorite thing to do in any game that allows it.
Yeah.
Is to
I'm gonna
send
upgrade
fools out the
my
airlock.
Shields again. Boom, look at that.
Adnan Ahmed says, "What a weird coincidence! I just started playing this. Welcome to a small subset of people who are still way into
seriously.
FTL in 2012 or 2014. 2012
Hey man,
games.
this is one of those games where you're in it for the long run.
Stuffed Skullcat again. He says, Tara, when you click through the text events quickly, just like I do at this point, do you find that you fail the event where you're asked how many moons are present at the world you just jumped to?
Always. That is the one time it comes to bite me in the ass.
I actually, like, even if I am paying full attention, I don't get that right.
Yeah. I mean, they can't expect you to read everything after you've played the game 200 times already.
Geek Furious suggests that having the cloak on makes this game too easy once the cloak is fully upgraded.
I disagree with that because, first of all, firing your weapon disrupts your cloak. So even at full capacity, which is 15 seconds, if you're firing weapons, you'll get maybe half of that time out of it. I don't. Haha, repair arm. Wait, is that gonna reduce the amount of scrap?
Wow. Burst. So apparently that Mark II
Crap.
burst laser that people love gives you 2 power for 3 shots.
2 power for 3 shots. Yeah, maybe I'll do it.
That's pretty good.
Honestly, my ideal weapon layout for this ship is 1 Ion Blast 2 and 2 Heavy Laser 1s. Because the Heavy Lasers are surprisingly powerful. You don't have to upgrade your weapons a ton because
They
it's only
charge
1
pretty
power.
quick.
Yeah. And they're also only 9-second charges.
Homodi Danab asks if we would be interested in ever doing a Jesus run, which is a run where you accept every distress signal and help everyone.
That'd be fun.
Yeah, I like that idea.
You'll probably die, but where are these intruders at? My oxygen.
Lars Lee says, one thing I really liked about FTL and that I miss when playing other games is the sense of preparation preparing for the end game. It made me realize how inconsequential the run to the end boss is in most other games.
Yeah.
That's true. Like, what I love about FTL is you can never rest on your laurels and you can never get cocky. He's gonna die! He's gonna die!
He's not gonna
Get him out of
die.
there!
This guy's gonna take care of him.
Oh my gosh. There's no one piloting your ship. It can't
Yeah,
dodge.
It's cool.
It can't. Every missile will hit. Is this normal or easy?
This is easy.
Someone pointed out though that even like FTL's easy mode is other games' hard mode. You
Yeah.
know, like. Bingles Woo says, I feel like I can never beat the boss without using a boarding party. It's so useful for neutralizing the weapon bays. That's making me want to start using Like, the one thing I'm getting out of this stream is that I should really start experimenting with using the boarding party because I always am using the Ion Blast to take out weapons first. Like, that's always my #1 priority. Using crew to do
Boarding
that.
party? What is-
Like sending a teleporter, sending dudes over and
for
having them destroy the
teleporter.
weapons.
Thing is, like, it's really hard because you have to get them out of the ship before the ship gets destroyed, which I forget to do time and time again.
Yeah, that's a lot to ask. I think, so maybe the perk that we were trying to remember earlier is one where it automatically teleports them back when the ship gets destroyed.
Is that a thing? Because if so, that would be
I
fantastic.
think so. Maybe it's an advanced edition thing.
I'm gonna attack this guy. He's useless.
Namurati says, how do you deal with intruders with such a small crew?
Well, it's a lot easier if you have that NG mod dispersal, NG bot, whatever. But I mean, I just kind of switch them off.
Semtex86 says, sell that repair arm ASAP. Worst augment.
Yeah, I don't like the reduction of scrap.
Yeah, I don't like downsides in my perks. Casey Mendoza says, how do you feel about the game punishing you for decisions you feel are morally right?
I think it's hilarious.
Cool.
And I like it.
Yeah, it seems like Tara left the ethics of FTL behind long ago.
I was thinking about this the other day when I was playing about how there's no sense of morality in the game, really. Like, they could have done something where you do things like that and then maybe in a later sector it comes back and you get rewarded for it. But they didn't do that, which is fine.
It's funny though, like, I like how when you choose, let's say there's a distress signal, if you're like, please help save us from these pirates, and you click the option where you don't save them, it'll be like, you choose not to get involved. You can't risk it. They can deal with themselves.
Yeah.
Spaces. It's like it makes excuses on your behalf.
They rationalize it for you.
Right.
Man, so after I beat normal, I started playing hard.
How's that?
It's hard.
Yeah? I would never even, I don't think I'd even consider.
It's so much more, do I let them live?
So for me, this usually comes down to, what do I want the most right now? Do I want scrap or do I want non-scrap resources? Like, how do you...
I'll take anything.
So it looks
But
like...
the thing is, they always stiff you, though, when you let them live. That's why I don't like it.
When you let them live, my instinct, what it feels like to me is that you get, like,
more
missiles, drones, and fuel.
And fuel, yeah.
But
and when you kill them, you just get scrap.
You should kill them. Kill them. Get that scrap. Oh, so Bingles Woo says, you definitely use mind control. You can kidnap the enemy crew on your ship and then just kill them off one by one. Mind control, I think, is a new thing in Enhanced Edition. You should really play that, by the way.
Enhanced Edition?
Yeah, or Advanced Edition.
I do play it.
It's just like, now that you have beaten FTL, it adds a whole bunch. It's like almost like a Magic the Gathering expansion or something, just in terms of adding. Don't laugh. Don't laugh. Magic is serious.
I know it is.
Only the Zoltans care about morality, but it's actually part of their ship quest, says Delta Angel Fire.
I have unlocked the Zoltan ship, actually.
Yeah?
The Adjudicator. That's what it's called.
So I noticed, in addition to just making unethical decisions and skipping all the text, you also don't name your ship or your crew.
I do, actually.
Oh, really?
I will, once I get more crew members and once they get leveled up. It's really good to rename your crew members after what system they watch over. That you can just like...
That's messed up.
You can be like, oh, there's crew on the ship. Let me send combat over there.
For a second I got excited because like, oh, maybe Tara does get into the role playing. She names them after her friend. You name them
God,
combat,
no.
pilot, and
Yeah,
engineman.
of course. I'm in it to win it, Nick.
All right, let's see. Oh, this is the slug quest, right?
Oh, yes. I heard you have to have your sensors upgraded in order to do this. Or maybe you don't. Maybe it just helps you find this quest easier.
The PC version of FTL, I like stumbled my way into unlocking a ship through one of these really, really long quests. Just like, I just happened to make all the right decisions and got the ship. It was amazing.
Oh, I'll do weapons, I guess.
He said, which, oh, that means you'll fight him?
Yeah, he's like,
Which
how do you want to die?
See, I name every ship and every crew member.
I've never renamed a ship. The thought hasn't even occurred to me.
All my ship names for the iPad version have been based on like where I was and what my life was like at that point. So like, I was playing, when I was flying home for, what was it like? I went to the East Coast for some reason, Christmas or something. I was in an airport in Texas on a layover, so I named my ship the Texan, and I named my crew members Houston, Dallas, and 2 other things.
Were you in DFW Airport?
Yeah, so I named one of the guys Fort Worth, I think.
Fort Worth. That's my hometown.
Oh yeah? And then Houston was the name of the captain, because of course it was, right?
Of course it was.
Houston, we have a spaceship.
Oh, Nick.
Fashfan19 says, it really seems like there's a lot going on at once. Yeah, there is. Part of that is the speed at which Tara Long plays faster than light, but part of that is just it's a game where like I find myself pausing a lot. I'm usually paused.
Yeah, it's It's less important when you have hotkeys, I think. It's really easy to just... I mean, because I basically am repeating the same maneuver over and over again.
Yeah,
right
my
now.
combat usually turns into, all right, hop in, try to ion blast their shields, try to shoot at their weapons.
Just immediately target the shields with all of your weapons, then send some drones at.
It's funny how there's a tooltip in the game where they just straight up point blank say, you should probably attack the shields or the weapons. There's a point in the game where it's like, that's probably a good idea. I think it's in the tutorial.
Yeah. I'm not even going to use a drone for this.
Mr. David 2112 says, you could almost say that Terra plays FTL faster than light.
You did. You just said that.
But no, it wasn't on purpose. Not like, it wasn't an on purpose joke. It was an accident joke.
It was like a real missed opportunity.
He took care of it though. Ninja Rabbi 1, that's the name, says, yeah, Clone Bay and Manises together with the teleporter is totally OP. I believe that. You send in 4 Manises to a ship, you just kill every living thing on it instantly, basically. That seems pretty powerful.
See, now which way should I go? Let's go this way.
Apparently Yahtzee Croshaw from I think he's still at Escapist, has a FTL poem that he wrote.
Really?
Yeah, so we should, a lot of people think we should check that out. I'm down. So apparently letting them surrender usually gets you less unless they offer you a weapon. It's part of their terms of surrender.
Really? I almost never get offered weapons.
Yeah, they're saying unless you do, letting them surrender does get you less stuff. So you should always kill them.
Yeah.
This is a weird game.
The only time I accept someone's surrender is when I'm dangerously close to being out of fuel. And I really
or if it's like a fight, like occasionally they'll surrender and I'll be like, really? Because I feel like you still had a chance.
Yeah.
And then I'll be like, all right, fine. I was gonna pretend like I was gonna kill you anyway.
Oh, that's right. I forgot to turn my drone back on.
The what?
They killed my drone system, and I forgot to turn it back on.
Sometimes I forget to turn the air back on. That's a mistake. Don't do that.
Oh yeah, that's happened to me before as well.
Time to Rock 15 says this game seems a bit intimidating, and then he does like a slanty smiley face where he's like, "Huh," you know?
I feel like
Huh.
it's not, but
I mean, try to remember. If you were anything like me, the first time you saw a screenshot of FTL, you were like, what is this? What is going on in this game? There's so many numbers and gadgets and gizmos.
so many systems and subsystems.
I totally get that instinct. My first reaction to was like, this game looks like the type of thing I'd never be interested in a million years.
Yeah.
Totally overwhelming. But me and Tara are casual pieces of shit, and we love FTL, so.
Oh shit, check it out.
What'd you
Full
get?
shields. I'm going for it.
Holy crap. You have 4 shields this early?
Yeah.
Your ship is just covered in blue
Even with that
hexagons.
scrap recovery arm.
Dude.
Hopefully I actually find a store that has a drone recovery arm. 'cause I'm
So you're
running
gonna
low.
breeze through this, right?
Hopefully.
Like-
I mean, it'd be really embarrassing if I spun this as a how to beat FTL stream and then lost.
Oh, is that what you called this? I didn't
well,
promote it
that's
that
what
way.
I
at all.
wanted to call it, but I
In
was
hindsight,
also
that's what
worried.
we'll call it.
Yeah.
When we title
Only if
this.
I actually beat it. I need the drone, but I want more scrap. It's more important to me right now.
Kenneth Garrity says, what features would you like to see in a sequel?
Oh,
Graphics.
God. I don't think a sequel will ever happen.
Really?
Well, it doesn't need a sequel. You can just keep adding content to the
I
game.
guess so. And you interviewed those guys.
Yes, I interviewed them at GDC
Last year.
Super cool guys.
Did you get the sense that they would ever want to make a sequel, or did they seem a little burnt out on it? Like how
Even back then, this was way before any of the advanced content came out or the iPad version. They were like, we're over it. We don't want to work on the game anymore.
Huh.
And then a year later, the iPad version came out, and I was so happy. I was really depressed when they told me that, actually.
That they wouldn't be interested in doing an iPad port?
Yeah. But I mean, the thing is, it's not like they have to do it. They can just pay somebody else to do it. And like, stuff like that literally prints money.
I wonder, like, I don't know. I wonder why they haven't done a Vita version yet. Because Sony is so good about working with partners. Sometimes Sony will like, my understanding is that sometimes they will literally find people to help you port the game to Vita. They just want indie games on their system.
Yeah.
And the iPad version of FTL, if they sort of rejiggered the screen and made it widescreen and made the ships take up more space, that would be an awesome.
Yeah.
Especially if you could use like Oh my god, if you could use a combination of the face buttons on the Vita and the touchscreen to make it like the best of the hotkeys from this version and
Yes.
game
That
of
would
the
be
year.
incredible. It'll never happen, but.
Shiv is backseat piloting here. He says you have a ton of scrap, upgrade something, burst lasers
No,
plus
I'm
cloaking
waiting
for the
until I
win.
get to a store because I need to get some more drones and I need to get a drone recovery arm. There's things I actually need. Patience, young one.
Semtex86 insists your shield strategy won't work in normal mode or hard mode.
Long range scanners. Awesome.
What say you to that? This guy insists that your shield strategy wouldn't work in
Well,
normal
yeah,
mode.
I mean, you have to adopt a completely different strategy when you're playing in normal.
So
and
when you
hard.
beat it in normal, what kind of rig out were you working with?
Well, so actually, he's kind of incorrect because shields are extremely important when you're in normal or hard. I can't say for sure about hard because I haven't beaten it yet, so it's possible my strategy is
You
crap.
said yet. Do you intend to try to?
Of course I intend to beat it. Are you
Dude.
kidding me?
That's intense. So here's something that's interesting to me. How far have you gone down the rabbit hole of like looking up strategies on the internet?
I looked at a blog article once, but it also gave completely different advice than what's worked for me.
You know what I find is frequently true with games like this is that everyone's strategy is totally different, but they all feel like they have the perfect strategy.
Yeah.
That to me is actually a sign of like an awesome game.
I mean, there are unequivocal things about this game that should be heeded.
Attack the weapons,
Like explore
attack
as
the
much of
shields.
each sector as you can.
Yeah.
Like that's kind of a no-brainer.
There are some things that are strictly objectively true, but then there's like preferences of like what do you think is
Exactly.
the most fun way to take down a ship?
Okay, I'm at this quest now with the slug ship.
Bagger McGurk says, I can never get that damn Engi shipped past the end of the game. Well, watch Terralong do it.
Oh man, they're offering me a 50-50 split. What should I do? I don't think I've
Oh,
ever
that's-
encountered this quest before.
That's dirty. I mean,
I
nobody
guess
gets
I'll
hurt.
engage the pirate. I feel like if the slugs are on my side, maybe they'll be more likely to give me their ship.
oh, I
I
see
hope
what
this
happened.
works. I can't believe I haven't gotten another single crew member yet.
Yeah. 3 dudes.
Hopefully that
Jill
doesn't-
Martin and Coven.
Cubbin.
A1 Cartwood says, most successful runs I've had included crew teleporting and boarding the flagship to take out the weapon systems one by one. So I have strictly only played FTL on hard mode, and I've gotten to the flagship a ton
What?
of
You
times.
told me you were playing on
Sorry,
easy.
Sorry, normal. I've literally never played on easy in my life. Ever. I've only played normal, not hard. But I always get to not always, I have gotten to the flagship a grip of times, and I've gotten to like level 3 of the flagship before and
Haha.
lost. But maybe this is what I need to do. Maybe I need to get into the crew teleporting game and just demolish the weapon system and drone system on that flagship. Maybe that's
Yeah.
the look. Because I'm missing something. I always get there, and then yeah. Xwrath XS says suffocation is the most amusing. I've never done that. I've never suffocated an enemy ship to death because I feel like that would take forever, and you're just getting pummeled by weapons while it happens.
Suffocating an enemy ship?
Like destroying their oxygen, you know?
Oh,
I feel like that just is such a huge time sink.
I'd never target oxygen. Because, I mean, somebody can go fix that. It's just
That
one.
too. I think they meant from like sabotage. Z Hyperion says, when you take on another crew member, what type of crew member are you looking for? Like, what would you prefer?
It depends on what I need. I mean, these guys are nice. I forget their names. Just the Angies, I guess.
Yeah.
Because they are good at repairing stuff, and they're pretty fast. I'm not a huge fan of the Rockmen because they're really, really slow.
Yeah.
Nice.
They're cool though for that quest where like you got to go to the Earth and there's a disease and you got to go down to the planet and fix
Yeah.
it. Like they don't
But
get
there's
sick.
almost always another blue option.
Yeah.
All right, please have a drone recovery arm. You butthole. Okay, well, I'm gonna get.
You
Another
got.
combat
Someone
drone.
says nice fat stacks of scrap.
I guess I didn't need to fix myself. I'll just buy all of these.
A lot of people are talking about their favorites, their most anticipated stuff that they saw at E3 this year. Mr. David says his top 3 were Splatoon, Rainbow Siege 6, and No Man's Sky. I actually got to play Rainbow Six Siege, the game where you blow through the walls and all that.
Oh yeah.
It's pretty cool. It's really cool. Like you.
Has he seen our video on it?
I don't know. Let's ask him. Hey, Mr. David, have you seen our YouTube video on Rainbow Six Siege? Because there is one. But basically, like, the thing that I took away from playing that game, well, two things. One, LeVar Burton watched me play it.
Really?
So that was weird. Yeah, LeVar Burton showed up in the middle of the demo and was like, oh, it's okay, guys, I just want to watch. And then I had to play Rainbow Six Siege while LeVar Burton watched, and that was stressful.
Yeah.
But the thing, my big takeaway from Rainbow Six Siege was you never feel safe, ever. Because
Really? That's good
any
for a game
wall
like
that
that.
you haven't, like, sort of reinforced during the first 30 seconds of the game, conceivably an enemy could come through. And
Yeah.
it's terrifying, because it happens. They'll come through the ceiling. It gets real spooky.
Screw that, man.
I would like to get good at that game, but it's like actually.
I'm too jumpy a person to play stuff like that.
Yeah, it's almost a horror game. It's like nerve-wracking. He says he's seen our video, by the way.
Wow.
I love that. Wait. Click cancel. Go to the store. There is a mantis named Chris Phillips.
For sure, that's somebody who helped them.
Oh,
develop
that was
the
like a Kickstarter donor at like the $400
Oh
level,
yeah, for
right?
sure.
That has
Although
to
this guy's good, maybe I should get
pick.
him. I'm gonna get Chris Phillips.
Pick up Chris.
He's gonna be my
Phillips.
shield man. So actually, this is the point where I'm gonna start renaming my crew. Jill, you are now pilot.
Jay.
Oh, oops.
Give them fun names. Can we name them after people watching?
I'm trying to win here.
Name it Pilot David as a thank you for David
Okay,
watching
this
our
guy
video.
can do engines and repair.
His
so
name's
I'm gonna
his
do
name should be
Endrap.
Enzo Engines.
Endrap.
This sucks. I hate this.
Josh Cubbin, you are now weapons.
Can't you like spell it like a name? Like Weppinz?
Like Weppy.
General Weapons. At your service.
Phillips, Chris Phillips.
Can we leave? Come on, he's got to stay Chris Phillips. That's what, it's Pilot and
Okay,
Grep
but
Weapons.
you were in charge of reminding me that this guy is good at shields and engines.
Okay.
And combat, but not repair. Good luck.
Okay.
You can't even see his full name, Chris Phillips.
We
It's
know.
Just Phillips.
No, we're calling him by his full name every time. All right, weapons to the weapons bay. Pilot, get to the pilot seat. Chris Phillips. I don't remember
his
what you
name.
do. What does Chris do?
Shields, engines.
He's got a lot of jobs.
He does.
Chris Phillips wears many
He's
hats.
a Renaissance man.
That's why we can't sidle him with just one name. Chris and Philip.
Oh, heavy laser. I'm gonna get another one of those. I'm gonna sell this ion blast.
Apparently there's a Farscape character named Pilot, according to Timnos.
That's not a real thing.
A lot of people singing the praises of stealth. A1 Cartwood says, something super helpful with the flagship is stealth. I've noticed that third stage with a massive laser blast is less of an issue when you cloak right before it goes off. Totally makes sense.
That's what she said.
Z Hyperion says, remember, Chris Phillips is not good at repairs, so do not try to get Chris Phillips
Right.
to repair anything, because that is not what Chris Phillips is good at.
I know he's gonna try to.
Did you get the pre-igniter?
No, it's 120 scrap.
Oh, but
Sometimes I'll buy it.
But it's so good just to be able to murk fools the second you jump in, because you kill dudes so quickly already.
Yeah.
I guess for you it would just really be a win more button, because you're already whooping everyone's ass.
I'm pretty sure that's what helped me beat the game on normal.
Oh really?
Because
The
I had the
pre-igniter?
weapon pre-igniter when I came to the rebel ship, so you automatically get like a 10-second head start. I'm gonna wait and steal the supplies. Boom.
God, you know what I love about this game is that we can have like
I can be evil, and
Yeah.
I'm rewarded for it.
Sure, there's that too. But I also love that like we can have like an hour-long conversation about FTL where it sounds like we're talking about piloting real spaceships. Like we got to get these weapon pre-igniters to take down the pirates. Like there's an immense amount of depth to this game. It is all depth.
Ah, crap.
Oh, come on, Chris Phillips. Chris is
To
gonna
the
whoop
rescue.
both of them.
I have this guy standing by as well.
I do admit that perk where your ship is healing everyone all the time makes people boarding your ship so much easier to deal
It's
with.
especially useful here since I only have 4 crew members. Okay, you can go back. We don't need you.
/2588 says, anyone excited for Smash Brothers? Yep.
Nope.
Yep. I played with Rosalia, and she didn't make any sense to me. But then I played with Greninja, and he's awesome. He kind of feels like Lucario. I'm just going to talk about Smash Brothers directly to the camera while you play FTL. Greninja feels a little bit like Lucario. He's got like a down B that's a counter that reminds me of Lucario's counter, but he turns into a log, because Pokemon. and he's a little frogman, but he's pretty cool. I played Wii Fit Trainer, and I won a T-shirt playing as Wii Fit Trainer at E3. So there you go,
crap.
Wii Fit Trainer, OP, top tier,
get all my guys
Smash
on this.
character. I hate it when robots get in my ship.
I know,
I
they're the
hate
worst.
It is the pits.
Okay, let's go back here.
Singularity Source says, how is FTL on iPad, like for someone who's only played on PC?
The iPad version is really, really good. It's comparable.
Yeah, I think in some ways it's better.
Nice.
And it also makes you feel more like a space commander because you're going like beep boop 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 boop.
Yeah,
boop, boop.
I like being able to like select parts of the ship with your fingers, and I don't know, it's just good. So I got a defense drone. Problem is I still, see, it's so late in the game now, it's not even worth it for me to buy that drone recovery arm. I just buy a crap ton of drones.
People are asking me, you'll be interested in this, Tara.
Mm-hmm.
People are asking me if I got to play as Little Mac when I played Super Smash Brothers.
Did you?
No. I played against a guy who was playing Little Mac, though. It was funny. The way that it worked at E3 was you got to play 2 rounds of Smash. The first round was for practice. The second round was to win a T-shirt. In round 1, everyone would be like Greninja, Little Mac, Wii Fit Trainer, somebody else. And then the second round, it would be like Bowser, Pikachu, Zelda, and like Kirby. Like people would pick their mains from former Smash games to try to win a T-shirt. And I played a Little Mac there, but I didn't play with him because I kind of felt like his power meter mechanic would be a little tough for me to wrap my head around on the crazy E3 show floor environment.
Yeah.
But I'd like to get good at him. Now that we've got that pink hoodie outfit they just showed off, I'm like really down.
Yay, fuel. I'm at the second to last sector.
Ooh, someone wants to know where the best place to eat in San Francisco is.
Oh God, we just opened up a can of worms.
Yep, there's a really great place called Can of Worms down in the Mission.
Okay, there's 2 stores, come on.
Flying Donut 56 says, watching how good Terra is at this game is making me feel like crap.
Drone recovery arm! Holy crap. Okay, what
So
should I
you're
get rid
gonna
of?
win, right?
Long range scanners? I don't,
Sell the Medbot dispersal. You don't need it.
screw
I told you,
I
it's-
have such few. I'm gonna sell this. Okay, so that's good. See, now I could buy cloaking if I wanted. Do I want it though? I'm gonna visit the other store and see what they have.
Shiv points out that one good reason to upgrade your engines, which apparently neither of us ever do, is to avoid missiles, because shields can't protect you from missiles.
Oh,
And that's a
interesting.
good point.
Yeah, I guess you're right.
It's a really in-depth conversation about different types of beverages going on in the YouTube chat.
What kinds of beverages?
AJ Williams says vanilla Coke is where it's at. Fuck yeah. Singularity Source says cherry vanilla Coke. Vash Fan 19 is a big fan of the Mountain Dew.
Vag fan 19?
Nope, Vash fan. I do not know where he falls on the spectrum of fans of Vag. He says, I know it's cliche, but Mountain Dew is where it's at. Singularity Source says cider is where it's at, or straight liquor if you want to get to the point.
I always want to get to the point.
The point of drunkenness.
I'll trade this
Liam
out.
Costello says, do they always dink beer?
Dink?
He might have meant drink. Or maybe he meant like, you dink beer.
Oh. We do that sometimes.
We do
But
dink
only
beer.
if we're celebrating.
People are saying that engines might actually be better than shields as an investment.
People are
it's-
stupid.
It's weird, like because FTL games are
Honestly,
are-
it could be a viable
Totally.
strategy. I have no idea.
But the
I
thing
just
about
never do it.
FTL is like because the matches are so long, I tend to just stick to the strategies that I know work. I should make myself experiment more, right? Like what we should be doing is trying a run where we
Yeah.
upgrade the engines and
But
trying
the
a run
thing
where
is,
we
it's such a hard game to beat that you don't want to like experiment too much.
Right.
I mean, you do.
No, but I feel
but-
like putting 50 minutes into a tactic that you don't really like.
Yeah.
When you feel, because for me, I'm still at the point where I'm like, I feel like I'm getting better every time I play. I feel like I could still iterate on my strategy. I haven't started messing with other people's yet, but I want to try like an engine run where all I do is board people's ships and see how that goes.
Yeah.
G Guy says, is this game worth $10 on Steam?
Absolutely. It's worth $30 on Steam.
They're having a sale where the game is negative 300% off, and you can get it for $30.
Yeah, I mean, they always have sales on this game.
It's true. But like, regardless of the fact that the summer sale is over, FTL, like, you will have $10 worth of fun with it. No problem. Like, you absolutely will.
Yeah, for sure.
Lithophile says engines are really important for getting out of a fight that you can't win. That's a good point, because the engines affect, getting Chivos.
Yeah.
Engines affect how quickly your FTL charges.
Yeah, but I almost never leave a fight unless I am literally about to die.
I found myself having to do it during the Flagship fight sometimes.
Really? I mean, if you have to leave during the Flagship fight, then
What? Then what, Tara?
then you should just kill yourself.
Well, geez. Fine.
Should I do this?
This seems oddly charitable for a
I'm
Tara
gonna do it.
Long.
Damn
Ah!
you! Man,
What happens if you have 2 medbot dispersals? How's that look?
you can't. They just automatically break it down into scrap, and it's always less than what you paid for it.
Sick.
It's cool. I've got cash to spare.
God, you know so much about this
I'm
game.
flush with cash, or with scrap, I should say.
Dacon's advice with engines is to get them to at least 40% dodge level before thinking about upgrading other things.
Huh. How's he beat the game?
Semtex86 says, tip for on hard mode, if you don't adapt and improvise based on the situation in hard mode, you will die really early. So that's actually reassuring to hear that, like, when we play this game, we find that we just attack, like, the weapons and the shields over and over and over. But
Yeah.
apparently on the harder difficulty levels, it
Oh,
gets
yeah,
to
for
the
sure.
point where, like, God, look how much power you have that you're not even using.
I am. It's just I don't
Oh,
have drones on
yeah.
right now.
Wolfa Chen 12 wants to know if we've tried that Taco Bell breakfast.
Taco Bell breakfast? What?
Yeah,
Oh,
that
the
waffle
like,
taco.
waffle taco.
Yeah.
Ooh. Heavens no.
They've got the waffle taco, and they've got what's the other thing? It's like a crunch wrap with like grits and bacon and eggs and stuff in it.
Oh, I did notice that they had that burrito that was like
Yeah, they got weird.
a quesadilla and a burrito rolled into one. I actually do love the crunch wraps.
If you go to youtube.com/Oreo Graveyard, that is the YouTube channel that is run by my 2 youngest brothers and my dad, where they review Oreos. They've got about 25 subscribers.
Oh, Greg Miller also has a Oreo review show.
He has totally fallen off the wagon, but luckily my siblings have picked up the mantle on that. They did an episode where they reviewed the Taco Bell breakfast, and it just looks fully gross, just the yuckiest thing ever. That waffle, my dad's, I believe, I don't want to spoil it for anyone, but I think my dad said that the waffle tastes like chemicals.
Ew.
Just pure chemicals. So youtube.com/Oreo Graveyard for all the hottest Taco Bell journalism.
Dude, whenever Taco Bell tries to experiment, it's like, it's really gross.
Yeah. Ugh.
I'm unlocking all these achievements because I only play on iPad now. Man, I wish I had more crew members. I should have bought one at the store. That was dumb of me.
People aren't things, Tara. You can't buy friends.
Of course I can.
You have to recruit them. I don't think if FTL was real life, nobody would want to be on your ship.
Why?
Because you buy them as slaves and then you name them after parts of your ship.
Well, they
Nobody
should have
wants
thought
to.
of that.
No one wants to work for you.
It was actually a good layout for the last.
Dude, you're gonna beat
Sector.
FTL, huh?
Of course I am. Once you beat it, it's hard to not beat it anymore. It's like everything falls into place.
I think that's true of a lot of games.
Butters! Should I buy Butters?
I think you ought to. Why don't you just dump all your
Or
money
Niels.
into buying
Ooh,
fools?
30% recharge. That could be
Oh, he's
really
like
good.
fully upgraded in shields, huh? He could be your new shield man.
I've got a good shield man though. Maybe
What's his name?
Maybe I want Bombthy.
Bomphy, what's your shield guy name?
It's Chris Tuppence or whatever.
Is he good at shields though? Like,
Yeah,
is he,
he's 20%. I mean,
you know what you could do? Buy Nellis, name him Butters. Problem solved.
But I need another crew member no matter what.
Yeah. So buy whichever one you think is best and name him whichever name you think is stupidest.
I should probably have another guy on weapons, to be quite honest.
Who's best at weapons? They all kind of. Oh no, he's
Yeah, Bombfee. But the thing is, like, it's only 50% faster. I feel like shields would be better. And this guy's good at repair. I'm gonna do Niels. Screw it.
What are you gonna name him?
Shields.
It's kind of sound. It'll be easy for him to remember because it sounds like Neelis.
Shield rep, actually. He's a shield representative, but he's also good at repairs.
Shieldry. That sounds like a name.
Shieldry?
Hey, my name is Shieldry Phillips.
I guess I'll go to this repair. Man.
Oh, so how would you feel? I know we got a little bit of a Twitch delay, but why don't we let the audience decide the next sector we jump to after
This
this
is the
one?
last sector.
Yeah, I guess there
I'm
are.
at the Rebel Flagship almost.
That's true. There are strictly correct ones. Well, I'd be down to do another FTL stream in the future, maybe normal difficulty.
Yeah.
Terra.
Hey.
Maybe advanced
I beat
edition.
it, which is more than I can say for you.
I would have beat it.
That's right, your trash talk is of no use here. Is that 7? I can't see. Okay, yes. So I have 122 things. I should probably just upgrade my doors and my piloting system. Because it's like the same price as upgrading my engine plus this. And I don't need the FTL part of that. I'm gonna do it, screw it.
Yeah, so I would be
upgrade
down
this
though.
anyway.
Would you be open to doing another FTL stream where we let everyone name the crew, let them help us
Always.
make decisions? I'd be down. Yeah, exactly. Twitch plays FTL. Bringing it full circle. Delton the Angel Fire is saying we should have named our shield guy Phil Coulson.
Phil Coulson.
That's an Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. joke.
Oh,
Marvel humor. God, I just love this music so much. I haven't made the jump yet into listening to the FTL soundtrack in my day-to-day life, but I feel like I'd be just hella productive. If this song was playing when I was like writing a script for something,
Yeah.
I'd knock that bad boy out.
that's right, you're stuck with him. Uh-oh.
I don't really want to show my face on the internet again until I can beat this game on normal. That's
I mean, I feel like it's been enough time now. Should probably be able to beat it on normal, especially after all that trash talk that you've given me.
Evan Bonho says, Nick, talk about Phantom Dust.
Man, see, I lost some health there. So there is a chance that I may not
Come on.
win.
Come
It's
on,
true.
you're gonna win.
It's true. And now it's hard to believe. It's true. All right, I'm at the Rebel Flagship.
Oh, Time to Rock 15 believes that your experience as a statistician gives you an advantage in FTL. Because you got a math brain and a math degree.
Yeah, actually, I would completely agree with that.
Coco Nut says, I've never beaten the game without cloaking on hard.
On hard
On hard.
or without the maximum cloaking?
It says on hard. Like, this dude's beaten it
Oh
on
yeah,
hard,
I'm
but he's
sure.
never beaten it
I'm
on
sure
hard.
it's. I'm sure it's very difficult.
Oh man, people are talking about other games with amazing soundtracks. Transistor.
Yeah, it's a good one.
Yeah, phenomenal. It's weird, man. I don't usually listen to a ton of video game music in my day-to-day life, but this year I've been doing it a lot. Like, I've been listening to the Transistor soundtrack, especially that first song that plays. I've been playing Wolfenstein, and that game's soundtrack is great. I've been listening to the song 14 Years from Wolfenstein. That's pretty good. The last song that plays in Valiant Hearts, it's called Scenes in Sepia by Daniel Tepper. Mm-hmm. Awesome. And then lastly, I don't know why, that song from that MGS5 trailer that they showed. That's
which one?
5-minute long MGS5 trailer that they showed during one of the press conferences. Nuclear by Mike Oldfield. That has been also my jam. Video game music.
There's a lot of good video game music.
There sure is. David's talking about Journey and Mirror's Edge. G. Gweiss says Assassin's Creed 2 and Oblivion have amazing soundtracks. Assassin's Creed 2, really? I'm sure it does, I just like don't remember it at all. The calmness with which you were attacking this rebel flagship is staggering to me. It's not actually dead, is it? Just phase 1?
FTL jammer. I don't need that now.
People also like the Assassin's Creed 4 soundtrack. Did you play much Assassin's Creed 4?
I reviewed Assassin's Creed 4.
So yes.
Yes.
I almost picked it up during that Steam sale.
It's good. It's my favorite of the Assassin's Creeds.
Wow, really?
They finally got rid of the crappy... I mean, they didn't get rid of it, but like the modern day story is the worst part of the Assassin's Creed series.
You didn't dig
and
the...
they really pared it down for Assassin's Creed 4.
That's weird, because I only played the first hour of AC4. Like, I played it on Anthony Carbone's couch, and it was both of our first times going in, and there's all that weird video game story stuff, where the whole game is a game and stuff like that.
Yeah.
I kind of love that, actually. Everyone's making me want to listen to the Assassin's Creed 2 soundtrack. I kind of dug the stuff in AC2. The what's it called? What's the name of the machine? The Animus. The Animus stuff.
Animus. Yeah.
I think it's just because I like anime. The Animus.
Animus.
Bagger McGurk says, I almost got AC4 during the Steam sale, but couldn't convince myself to go through with it. I think I understand why. Anytime there's a game that costs more than $7.49 on Steam sales, it's no longer an impulse buy. It's $9.99 or more, I'm like, I can't. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
That's not impulsive. That's a real purchase now.
That's irresponsible.
Yeah, irresponsible spending. 3 turns until the base is destroyed, Tara. What you gonna do?
Well, I repaired my ship back up to full health. So that's good at least.
A Ghosty Babe asks, are you excited about No Man's Sky?
I'm so excited.
Hell yeah.
Didn't you watch our Casual Friday episode?
Yeah, we went ham on the No Man's Sky discussion last week.
We did.
That game looks phenomenal, and I think what's exciting about it to me is like, I don't know. It doesn't seem like a game where you're going to be going on quests and doing missions and destroying, like, there's no story, obviously. It's very improvised.
Is there no story?
Not really. Not that's baked in. I think it just is all ambient, and it almost seems to me like it could be like Space Minecraft or something, where
Yeah.
I mean, we know so little about what the gameplay is like, but
I
it's,
almost kind of hope that there isn't a story, because those kinds of games are the best when you just make it up yourself.
yeah, agreed.
All right, there. I upgraded my engines 1. Are you happy?
Das Blockman in the chat says, Deus Ex Human Revolution soundtrack is also incredible. It's by the guy who did the XCOM soundtrack, and it's my favorite game soundtrack of all time.
Yeah, that one's real good.
Dude, I have a terrible memory for game soundtracks, because I played the shit out of Human Revolution. I actually bought that special edition during the Steam sale. I don't remember the music at all.
Yeah, I'm really bad at remembering music as well. All right, we're on the last iteration of the Rebel Flagship.
Ready? You got this?
I got this.
I bet you
I'm feeling
$1.
like a strong, confident woman.
You have a lot of health. You have more health than he does. Not as many shields, though. Well, sorta.
Well, I mean, I have
4, he's got 3, and then the green one. But the green shield, what is that called?
the Zoltan ship.
Yeah, that shield sucks, because it's gone, and then it's gone forever.
Yeah.
Lithophile said, wow, you wrecked phase 2 like it was nothing.
Yep. About to wreck this dude as well. Wouldn't be the first time. Sex joke.
What was the first part? I wasn't listening.
Wouldn't be the first time. Oh, wreck this dude.
Oh, I get it. Like, sexually.
Sexually, yes.
Yeah, a lot of chatter about soundtrack. You know what? I'm going to stop talking about things that aren't FTL right now, because this is your moment, and I don't want to take that away
It
from
is
you.
my moment. How dare
Look
you.
at that big explosion on your ship. That's not good. Fires
Oh, see,
everywhere.
my doors are broken.
Your door subsystem is broken, but your homies are repairing it right now.
Yeah.
But remember,
They're on it.
Chris Phillips is not good at repairs, Tara. We tried to tell you, and yet you have him repairing your doors.
Well, I just need people on this.
I think your doors are repaired enough that you can start venting.
This guy's about to die anyway. Boom, doesn't even matter. Already beat him.
Fuck, dude.
Woo!
I don't want to see the ending. Spoilers.
Look, and I only had 5 dudes.
Your dudes have terrible
Captain
names.
Phillips.
Captain Pilot. Sergeant Weapons.
Sergeant Weaponry.
General Shield Rep.
Wow, so that's FTL. How long did that take?
Just over an hour.
Oh, awesome. Perfect. Well, thanks for watching, guys. That was really fun.
Yeah.
Maybe we'll do it in the future, and I'll try
I think
to
so, too.
beat normal
I
and
wanna
not
do-
completely embarrass myself.
Remember when we did that Hearthstone stream in the game lab downstairs? Let's just do like a casual FTL
Yeah.
stream where we let everyone pick all the names. I'm sure as hell not letting you pick the names ever again.
Hey, Endrep was a valiant member of our team.
He fought hard for the
See,
Federation.
very special thank you to A.
Wait,
Bombfee Mills.
that's where Bombfee comes
all
from.
All of the names in here. Where's the Cubbin guy? I'm gonna wait
Where's
and find
Cubbin?
Cubbin.
While Tara waits for Cubbin, I will say thank you guys for tuning in. If you're watching on Twitch, you can hit follow. Is that the button? Follow.
Yeah.
Hit follow. Follow us on Twitch. You'll be notified whenever we go live. We do these just about every Tuesday here on twitch.tv/rev3games
Yeah.
and on YouTube. You can find these streams on YouTube. We are simulcasting them.
I know.
I'm going to borrow a word from another part of the
Future is
internet.
amazing.
That dude's name is Bud Naked. We do these every Tuesday. You can watch them on YouTube or Twitch, whatever floats your boat. The archives are always on YouTube right away.
Yes, they are.
We've got a whole YouTube channel full of other video game videos. I'm posting a review today of Shovel Knight. We do Casual Fridays where we drink beer. Basically all we do is drink beer and talk
Yep.
about video games, sometimes
Pretty
coffee.
much.
That's all, that's it.
I don't see Cubbin. Cubbin's not there.
Maybe his name was like Mike Cubbin.
Maybe he died.
Maybe also he died and they took him out of the credits. What are you saying?
Yeah.
What are you saying?
Oh, there's Pinchy. That's a character too.
What about Easy Gamer? David Easy Gamer Lopez.
Gumpo. Oh, this is amazing. Thanks for watching, guys.
Thanks for watching. Have a nice space.
Is that a thing that people say?
That's what I say.